Welcome back. Let's find out if we've got anything wrong so far. For that, we'll go to TV's Andy Levy. So, Andy, it's been so long. Where were you?
No, nowhere special. I just had a bunch of meetings.
Really? You spent the whole time in a conference room? I find that hard to believe.
No. The whole thing was on a yacht.
Whose yacht?
I don't really want to say, but the name of the boat was Roops.
So you know RuPaul?
Yeah, not exactly, Greg.
Well, you'll be glad to know the show did swimmingly without you.
Well, look, I'm glad I'm leaving it in good hands. Left it in good hands, I mean.
Well, it's good you're back, and we can start planning for the future.
Absolutely. I've got a lot to do between now and the fall.
I'm caught in the middle.
Don't worry, he can have you.
Don't want him.
Where do I go? Ooh, Hannity on line one.
Greg Along, Republican candidate's not exciting anyone. Congressman McCotter, if drafted, I will not serve. Just so you know.
That's very disappointing. Even if we turn the Oval Office into Al Gore's library.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
What if they create a first cat?
Well, then maybe we can talk.
Okay. I knew that would get to his heart.
Yes. Anthony, you said you've given hundreds of thousands of dollars to Trump's campaign through your gambling. Yes. I feel like you might be lowballing.
Yeah, it's probably more like, $1 million. I would say overall, probably. Does that give me like a cabinet position or something?
I think it might, yeah.
Well, it does mean you have a problem.
Oh, right.
I'm hopefully not Secretary of the Treasury.
Yeah,
true.
I do better than Geithner.
That's true. Yeah.
Says the snarky right winger.
Right. Yeah. Who knows absolutely nothing about Tim?
Yeah, exactly. That was just something that the part of my brain spit out, and I don't even know what it means.
Yep. It's been 4 years, man.
I know.
Sometimes it just comes out.
Yeah.
Jedediah, you said there's a real anti-establishment feel to the mood of the voters these days. So, Gary Johnson?
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Why not?
There's you know, that might be, well, I don't know. You know what? Anything's possible. Donald Trump's out there right now, and if you had told me that he was going to be out there a couple of years ago, I would have said no way. So you know what? Let's leave it to the voters.
Hey, Andy, when you were asking that question to Jedediah, do you know who was laughing uncontrollably to my left? Congressman McCotter.
Well, that's because Anthony was tickling him.
What's your problem with Governor Gary Johnson, Congressman McCotter?
Oh, legalize it, Mon.
Yeah,
There's not much of a national agenda.
I think that's a slight to a guy who served 2 terms as governor to suggest that's his entire agenda, sir.
Well, President Levy,
may I remind you that you're under oath? May I remind you that you're under oath, sir? May I remind you that you're under oath?
May I remind you that you're underneath my dignity to respond to?
You don't need to remind me of that. Anthony, you said you're for change this time around, and that you'll take Obama's word for it.
Yeah, absolutely. What can I say?
Well, I'm waiting for him to run against himself from the first term, the way he ran against Bush the last time around. He could say he's going to close Gitmo, unlike the guy who was just president in the last 4 years. He could say no military tribunals, unlike the guy who was president for the last 4 years, etc.
Yeah, and also he could say that last guy, change didn't come fast enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. He can even use "you keep the change," meaning his old change.
Also,
bring us some new change.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah.
Clever.
Also, the last guy didn't really change the culture in D.C. I don't think. So he can promise to do that.
Well, he can run against old Obama or even Trump, but he's still going to win.
I think you're probably right.
I think I am too.
No, not happening.
No, we'll see. Red Eye wrap up. First of all, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg, my bad for writing the phrase "dope joint" in your script. I won't do that again.
That's all right. I enjoyed stumbling over it.
Yeah.
Gary Johnson enjoys smoking it.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Jedediah, you said conservatives should do some rap videos of their own, and thankfully Greg pointed out that was a really bad idea.
No, I mean, not a rap video. I said McCotter on guitar, dude. I mean, that's a whole different level of musicality there.
That's
what Yes.
Come on, Andy. I'll even let you play on it, Mr. Keyboard Player. I'll use both hands even.
Listen, Andy, if I can get kids to start singing about the Constitution and getting into the groove, I'm all for it.
Okay.
No matter how you got to do it.
See, I would find that irritating.
Yeah, I've had teachers like you.
I'm completely opposed.
I was a teacher, if you'll recall.
I'm completely opposed to all of this.
Yeah.
Congressman Nakata, you said you found the videos to be discordant dung, and that if liberals think they're the RT1s, they should be disabused of that notion. Should point out that the EPA's rap was recorded by a guy named Ted Coopwood, who was named a point of light by your personal hero, President George H.W. Bush.
Well, if you're citing him as an expert on what rocks and what doesn't, you're the one with the problem.
I'm just pointing out who he is.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Oh, and Marla Gibbs is not dead.
Oh, thank God. I love that woman.
Yes. She has a movie in post-production right now called The Last Laugh, which stars Tony Rock, who I believe was a former Red Eye guest.
Yes, he's Chris Rock's
brother.
cousin or something.
Right.
Yeah, that was back in the day when we just didn't even bother going after people and went after their relatives.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had, I think that same week we had Sarah Silverman's sister, and that's not a joke.
And didn't we have Eddie Murphy's brother, Charlie?
No, we never did.
No, we never
Oh,
did.
he turned us down?
He turned us down. Oh, for sure.
We actually turned him down.
Oh, we turned him down?
Yeah.
I feel bad about that.
Yeah.
And how their careers have blossomed.
Yes.
Kate Walsh says Americans who think offshore drilling will decrease our dependency on foreign oil are misinformed. Congressman, you said this is classic liberalism, that if you disagree with them, you're misinformed. Here's the thing, though. Isn't she kind of right? America has between 2 to 3% of the world's oil reserves, but we consume 25% of the world's oil. So any reduction in the dependency on foreign oil that we would gain from offshore drilling, which I support, would be tiny, wouldn't it?
It would certainly be better than nothing, and what it does is
I
leads
agree.
to a responsible transition towards a green energy future, which is done by the free market, not by the hand of government, and certainly not by cold turkey, which would destroy jobs and would increase costs throughout households in America. And I read that at Salon, which I found laying in Al Gore's library.
Don't get me wrong. I say drill the out of the planet. That's not my thing.
And yet,
Well, you are single.
I have to
Jedediah.
correct you on one thing.
Please.
We have more than 2% of the world's oil reserves. That does not count ANWR, the Outer Continental Shelf, or shale we have in Wyoming, Colorado, or Utah.
I think we're 3% with all of that.
3% with all
Yeah.
that? I'm going to have to double check that, but I think it might be a little higher.
That's the only figure I could find, but
Obama's out there
not
saying
my thing.
2%, and I know that's wrong
If
for
I
a fact.
can, I would also bet that she'd be against utilizing natural gas. She'd be against using our coal reserves. She'd be against any type of domestic.
Hey, I have
energy
to heat
through
my pool
traditional
this
sources.
summer. It takes a lot. I get that thing up to like 95 degrees. It's wonderful. Love it.
Which is weird. Anthony, I actually kind of agree with you on this, which absolutely terrifies me, by the way.
that is horrifying.
I think we will have a replacement for oil the minute we need it.
Yeah.
Right. Only when we need something do we invent it. We're amazing.
Anthony, I just worry that time is now.
He looks like the sleepy kitten.
If I can, if we only invent things when we need them, how come there's red eye?
It's a backhanded insult.
It is.
Better compliment there.
Better question,
backhanded.
why do we have you on the show?
Because you couldn't get Charlie Murphy.
Because we couldn't get your brother.
You couldn't handle my brother. And Bill's
Gotta go. Just lastly, Bill, I think a lot of America knows who Kate Walsh is. That was a weird thing for you to say.
Really? I swear to God, I've never heard of her.
No?
She sounds like every.
And I speak for America.
I've never heard of her either. I have to agree with Bill, which is
Thank
a
you.
rare occurrence.
This is a red eye. This is Fox
I'm just saying
exclusive.
she was on 2 really popular TV shows.
I have
Wait a
no
second.
idea
You know
who she is.
what you're hearing right now is you're hearing from a guy who sits at home with his cats and watches private practice.
No,
Yes,
I don't, but I actually know who she is because of her work with the Upright Citizens Brigade. So how about that?
Oh, all right. Well, I choose to go out and exercise my alcoholism, sir. So I would not be aware of this Kate Walsh you speak of.
Go.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Coming up, Sarah Jessica Parker is dead. Tired of all the horse jokes, so knock it off, Matthew. Hey, Julian, you... What, Greg? You suck.
Lightning round. Lightning round.
Thank you for that, young man. Congressman, we were talking earlier about how you don't read any books. So is this really a big story?
Well, no. I think that it's a very depressing story. I mean, I think all too often in intercollegiate sports, the athletes are exploited. They aren't given the chance to get an education. It really detracts from what the true essence of the student scholar is. But I do think that this will change when Jedediah's book comes out.
That is true. Nice little plug there. Anthony, if this is exploitation, why can't I be exploited?
Well, you could be. I guess I've heard about your pay, so I think you are.
Thank you for that. Mom, he's just kidding. But still send those checks. Jedediah, schools always talk about graduation rates, but do these stats matter when you don't even have to read anymore?
It's sad, but you know what? I don't think he's being truthful with us, because I will bet that he's read some Cliff's Notes.
Yes. Actually, my junior and senior year were nothing but Cliff Notes. And the school that I went to, amazing, had this thing called Black Lightning, which was a note-taking course, so you didn't even have to go to class. At Berkeley, you could stay home, and you would pay somebody to actually go to class, take your notes, and they would be all typed up for you, and you never went to class.
You're blowing up someone's spot.
You should be apologizing to your mom for that.
That is true. That is true, Mom. Thanks for putting me through college. The college I never went to.
Oh, it was great. I was so drunk.
You did that and took independent studies. That's
I took independent.
What you just told
but no,
us.
I did. I cleared my act after like a couple years. But
after graduating.
But my 3 classes were All My Children, One Life to Live, and General Hospital.
Yes. So you majored in self-actualization.
Exactly.
Yes.
There were a lot of things going on with myself during the daytime, I tell you.
Well, the Marlena Stefano DeMiro years were very captivating.
Yes, it's
I gotta
so
admit.
true. All right. Only someone very, very, very smart would know that answer. Okay, the famous Nathan's chain is adding a women's-only division to its annual hot dog eating contest. Said the president of Major League Eating of the top-ranked female, quote, Serena Williams didn't have to beat Roger Federer to win the Wimbledon title, and we don't think Sonia Thomas should have to beat Joey Chestnut. Great point, loser. Anthony, this feels like part of the show where, you know, you say something sexist.
Yeah.
I think women are equal in all ways.
Crass and/or sexist, sir.
Yes,
Crass
sir.
and/or sexist.
Jedediah, why do women insist on competing with men even on the most disgusting thing on the planet? Men shouldn't even be doing this.
Yeah, this is very disturbing. I don't need to see them dunking these hot dogs into water. But I say, you know what, girls, go for it. Because I'm a petite frame, and I can out-eat any man I know. So I say go for it.
I hate people like her. I mean, I'm jealous of them.
I can out-eat any man I know, too. Believe me, it's easy.
Congressman, do you applaud the decision by Nathan's, you know, fairness and all that?
It's a free country.
That's nice. That's all you got on this?
I don't spend all night thinking about hot dogs.
Yeah, well, you will later anyway. Hot dogs are fun.
No, they're not. That is the worst thing ever. I don't go to Coney Island because of that contest.
Yes.
When they're dipping it into the water and you see the bun coming up. It's the grossest thing I've ever seen.
They're not even enjoying it.
Yeah, there should be a rating on that.
Yeah.
Like for mature audiences only. Just disgusting audiences.
All right,
Most importantly, there's no French fries on the side, and I object to that.
I'm more of a French fry person. Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know if we have time to go to this. All right, Julian Assange has been named one of the 20 best-dressed men in the world by the French magazine We're Stupid in French, which means we're stupid in French. Jedediah, does he deserve it?
No, he does not. It's disgusting. I feel like we're going to see Gaddafi and Playgirl next.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, that's terrible. Congressman, why weren't you on the list?
I just wonder what Salon wants to say. I got to read McKate Walsh and Salon and Al Gore's library.
Anthony, how can a man who looks like Sandy Duncan be at the top of the list?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about fashion or anything. I dress like
Really? I wouldn't know.
I dress like a Sandinista every day to work. I wear tactical gear, and although I am going out with a model, which is kind of the radio gig. God, you gotta love fame and money.
I'm single.
Hey, Bill, you don't date a model, but that's because you're a sequential hermaphrodite. If there was a list for the 20 best-dressed sequential hermaphrodites, would you even make the list?
Absolutely. This is comfortable casual at its best for all up-and-coming sequential hermaphrodites. But I will say this. You did not read the story, sir. He was voted the best-dressed in the sort of lesser-known albino division.
I didn't know.
And it was basically him versus the guy in foul play.
Oh,
There's not a lot of stuff to work with.
He's just pure Euro trash. I don't know. I think it's wrong. He dresses like a roofie-carrying creep. Okay, time for another break. And remember to check out the new Red Eye podcast. There's a new one every day. To catch them, go to foxnewsradio.com and click on Red Eye. Tonight we talked about Andy's exit row existentialism. He practically fell apart at the airport.
Yeah. And Clonopins.
Yeah. So, what's the best way to become an internet sensation? For me, all it took was a webcam, a positive outlook, and a terrified family of 4. Remember that? Anyway, but if you're a Russian president, you just show off your best dance moves. American boy. American boy. Wow, it looks like he swallowed a 2x4. Anyway, that video will have gotten 1 trillion hits by the time the show airs. So, way to go, Russian puppet president who can't dance.
Oh, uncalled for. Really?
I think so.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, I'm sorry, Russian puppet president who can't dance.
Hey, that's the
We're
only
going to get lots of letters from Russian puppet presidents that can't dance.
Yes,
That's the only time anyone tells me I'm good is dancing down at the disco.
Ooh, nice. It's 1977 all over again.
Wow, I got a tingle on my bingle. All right. We'll close things out with the post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy. And to see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye. Coming up tomorrow on the next Red Eye, return appearances from the great writer Andrew Klavan, Democratic strategist Crystal Ball, and comedian Nick DiPaolo. He's fun.
It's been a while.
Back to TV's Andy Levy for the postgame wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Anthony, how was your 2-week cruise?
Oh, it was wonderful. You know, you can kill someone on those cruises, and no one will ever know. They don't even stop the boat long enough to really look for anybody. And all you can eat shrimp.
Really?
It was fantastic.
That's a great combination.
Yeah, you put on a lot of weight with that shrimp.
Yeah.
Watch out for that.
Crazy.
Watch out for that.
Yeah. Hey, Congressman, you excited for your Detroit Lions to be on Monday Night Football this season, if there is a season?
If there is a season, yes, we're very excited back in the Motor City to have the Lions on Monday Night Football. And I expect, since they're playing the Chicago Bears, to have an intense Twitter war with Mr. Schultz.
I look forward to that, but my theory is that that's the NFL signal that there will not be a season. That is sort of the little joke they're playing on us and the good people of Michigan.
Yep. Hey, Jedediah, you got a new column coming out of the Daily Caller soon?
Yes, next week and every week you can check me out at the Daily Caller, so definitely be there.
All right, I will definitely be there. Bill, are you glad that I'm back?
Not at all, Andy.
All right, back to you, Greg.
All right. I was going to plug something.
Well, plug it quickly. You've got like 10 seconds.
I don't have anything to plug.
You really don't?
No, I didn't think you could go back to me.
All right, well, then I guess we shall bid adieu, Andy. Welcome back. Hate you. Jedediah, well done. Bill Schultz, sad.
Go Bulls!
Anthony Cumia, always a pleasure. Congressman Carter, a positive delight. That does it for me. I'm Greg Gutfeld. And you knew that.